Progressive presents Get Pumped. Inspiration to help you do insurance stuff.
Okay, time out. You're gonna let your budget be the boss of you? Take control with Progressive's Name Your Price tool. Tell us what you want to pay for car insurance, and we'll help you find options that fit your budget. Here's some music to get you pumped. Da-dong, 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 dang, dang. I hear your budget laughing at you. Oh, wait, that's just those kids laughing at me. Ignore them! Da-dong, da-dong,
Progressive
da-dong.
Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
This is No BS Job Search Advice Radio, episode 1051. I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, and welcome. Yes, that was a pretty big number for episodes. It makes this show the number one podcast in iTunes and Stitcher and all the other services for job search. The number two show is my other one, Job Search Radio. That has close to 700 episodes at this point. The two together complement one another nicely. Subscribe to both. Both will help you find work. Today's show is about referencing, and it's about checking references that were not provided as part of the application or as part of the reference process. Hope you find this helpful. Please give the show 5 stars on iTunes. It does help other people find the show. And connect with me on LinkedIn at linkedin.com/IN/The Big Game Hunter. As always, mention that you listen to the show because I love hearing from people who are listeners. It lets me know. Let's try that again. It lets me know that I've been helpful and useful to all of you. Now, with that, let's get going. So this is a question I received regarding to checking references that were not provided. Is it normal and ethical for a potential employer to contact my ex-coworkers to ask about my work, even though that they are not the references that I provided? Now, understand, for many employers, they know that this reference is canned, and if you give them a bad one, you're a moron. And they're assuming you're not a moron, so they want to get something real. Now, who do they call? Number one is they might call someone that they already know who works in the organization to check your reference. So for example, there's this one consulting firm I did work with for a number of years, and they were out doing business development work and doing consulting work for different organizations. And if this was a firm that was no longer a client, and they were interviewing someone with the firm, they might contact someone that they knew in the organization to say, and ask, do you know this person? What were your thoughts? And if they heard something critical, it would give them cause for pause or not hire, depending upon what they heard. They heard something positive, that was their reference. This was someone that they knew and already trusted. If they're doing what's nicknamed secondary sourcing, that is, for example, asking your reference if there's someone else that they know who might attest to your work or comment about your work, that's actually considered smart because they're not going to get anything vaguely beyond, they're going to get a prepared answer from your reference. They're going to get something unrehearsed from the secondary individual that's much closer to the truth. Now, I could debate the use of the term ethical. Who decides ethics? Okay? What's unethical about what they're doing? I didn't give it to them. I'm not aware of any ethics organization that would consider that an ethical violation. Is it normal? No. Employers, like people, are lazy, so they often take the path of least resistance. Is it smart? You bet it is, because what they're able to do is find out more of the truth than you're ever going to give them, than your references will ever give them, so there are no surprises. These people can also be a tiebreaker between references that are, shall we say, lukewarm. Or follow the company line. I also want to remind you that if an adverse reference results in you not being hired, you're entitled to receive a copy of a report under the Fair Credit Reporting Act of the references so that you can respond to the allegations or the statements made in the reference, and that will follow through with you to the employer. So that's today's show. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, here are a few ways to engage with me. First of all, I just want to start by saying that I no longer do recruiting. I coach people to perform at a high level. So again, I no longer do recruiting. But if you visit my website, which is thebiggamehunter.us, and look at the tabs on the top, you'll see a menu of choices available to you. First of all, you can hire me to do a resume and or LinkedIn profile critique, interview preparation, help you with a salary negotiation, answer your questions about your job search, advise you about a decision you have to make about a job offer. Those are all there as an option. I can do a job search makeover with you where we critique everything you've been doing in your search up until that point and come up with alternatives. If you're relatively early in your search, we can do a complete coaching program where I work with you from beginning to end in half-hour increments so it doesn't have to take a lot of time for each session. You can also connect with me on LinkedIn at linkedin.com/IN/The Big Game Hunter. Mention that you listen to the show because I love hearing from folks who like it and are interested in my help. Again, linkedin.com/IN/The Big Game Hunter. You can take my classes on Skillshare too and become a premium member for 99 cents for the first few months. I have a link in the show notes. Just follow that link, sign up, take my classes. Lastly, I want to mention to you, you can find a lot of information at thebiggamehunter.us, and at times it may seem like it's too much. So you can look at the best of my material at jobsearchcoachinghq.com, where I've curated information that you can watch, listen to, or read to help you find work more quickly. Again, that's jobsearchcoachinghq.com. I'll be back tomorrow with more, and in the meantime, I hope you have a great day. Take care.
Hi, it's Jamie, Progressive number 1, number 2 employee. Leave a message at the... Hey, Jamie, it's me, Jamie. This is your daily pep talk. I know it's been rough going ever since people found out about your a cappella group, Mad Harmony, but you will bounce back. I mean, you're the guy always helping people find coverage options with the Name Your Price tool. It should be you giving me the pep talk. Now get out there, hit that high note, and take Mad Harmony all the way to nationals this year! Sorry, it's pitchy.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
What a matchup!
And what a team, Mike. Metro PCS and the iPhone SE for $0 on a network that covers 99% of people in the U.S. Oh, impressive.
Play with the best. Switch to Metro PCS on an unlimited LTE plan and get a 32-gig iPhone SE for $0. Metro PCS. Coverage not available in some areas, plus sales tax. Claim based on talk and text. Not valid for active numbers currently on the T-Mobile network or active on Metro PCS in the past 90 days. See store for details and terms and conditions.